I think WWE just killed one of the greatest tournaments in wrestling history. And I don't think it's even close. And I don't think enough people are talking about this week. Sarcasm, a little bit. All right. King of the Ring used to create legends. Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Edge, Booker T. Winning this tournament actually meant something. It told the world this is our next superstar. But now it just feels like another premium live event with a fancy crown. Tonight, we're going to explain exactly what went wrong with the King of the Ring. We're going to talk about it in depth. And we're going to also do our off the top ropes, review the shows, and we're going to do all that great stuff. This is going to be one of those shows where I know not everyone's going to agree with us. And honestly, that's exactly how I think Dom and I want it. So jump in that live chat. Let us know you're here, where you're watching from. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're excited to talk some pro wrestling to us. And as always, for Dom, I am Matt. Dom, how are we doing tonight for Off the Mat, your new wrestling obsession? Let's jump into this, huh?
Let's do this, man. Let's get this going. It's a lot to talk about. Like bad enough, the King of the Ring was. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It did surprise you a little bit because we thought that it was going to go away with Jey Uso winning the tournament because of Brock Lesnar, only to have Femi win. And then I called it Monday night that Brock Lesnar was going to come out, which it happened. But,
which, again, makes zero fucking sense.
Exactly.
None of this makes zero fucking sense. You have Femi, who for weeks was touted as, hey, you win the King of the Ring, you get a title shot at SummerSlam. Why have Femi win?
Well,
why have Femi win just to be like, nah, I don't want that. I'm going to go take Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell, which I've been calling for that since the second match.
Yes, we talked about that. But I think there's a reason why I think everything changed. Sami Zayn winning the championship. I think that is the reason why all of this, we're seeing all this change the card. Because think about it. Because
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
No, I think it does. Because I think either Cody or Gunther was going to actually win. And just the whole, because we were talking about it last year, that Sami Zayn was going to WrestleMania, win Royal Rumble, go to Saudi and win the belt there. But they changed it. They changed that projective story to have him win now.
Because they wanted to swerve everybody online. Yeah, Triple H has spent weeks complaining about people like us, people like JD from New York, people like, all these other Wheezy Blonde, all of these other professional wrestling talking heads, podcasters, pundits, whatever you want to call us, sitting here exactly calling everything they do, because WWE and Triple H's booking is so Sesame Street, so cookie cutter, so absolutely paint by numbers that you can read it like the back of a cereal box. And WWE is sitting here going, oh, we don't listen to people online. We don't listen to them. Just have fun with the show. Stop trying to guess everything. Stop being so critical. It's your fault because you hype yourself up, and then when we don't deliver about it, you get mad. And then they want to swerve us. And the only reason they crowned Sami Zayn was to swerve people like you, people like me, people like Wheezy, people like JD.
But
because we're sitting here week after week after week saying, hey, this is what they're going to do. Hey, this is what's going to happen. Hey, this is how this is going to go. Because they're so predictable. Yes. And their show is boring.
Look, the whole fact is that you had storylines that actually were broken up time and time again because of injuries. You had storylines that went nowhere fast. They hit a brick wall, and then they changed direction. Femi women, what they could have did was Femi wins, challenges if he challenges the Roman Reigns.
He was never going to challenge Roman Reigns. It was always going to be Sami Zayn.
I know it's always going to be Sami, but the whole fact is that the swerve that comes,
whoever the WWE champion was going to be.
Well, the swerve is that you got Brock Lesnar coming out before that situation, because I still think Brock Lesnar is going to retire in Minnesota's hometown. And I think before the speculation goes, I think it's going to be Femi's King of the Ring title for Brock Lesnar leaving for his retirement. That's the speculation they're probably going to have in the thing.
Why? That's gone. It's gone because the King of the Ring should be nothing more than a glorified Money in the Bank. You can't have King of the Ring and Money in the Bank. You can't have two people running around here with guaranteed title shots whenever they want them, because our next pay-per-view after SummerSlam is Money in the Bank. You can't have it. So if you're going to change, so effectively, Femi just forfeited the fact that he gets a title shot. And there's no point in, and from what I'm hearing and from what the streets are saying, Brock Lesnar, the Saudis backed a truck up to his door, so he ain't retiring at SummerSlam. He's going to be at WrestleMania next year.
Well, so there you go. So guess what? So you have this match. Brock wins in his hometown. He wins.
Brock ain't winning. It's going to be Femi.
I know, but I'm saying, but if you swerve everybody, you have him win. You could have then it's 1-1, right? It's 1-1, right?
It's a 1-1 right now.
1-1. So this is the third and final chapter, or it's going to be a three. You're going to have three matches. You have it. But look, steel cages are the lead to a point where the story ends. So it's got to end.
It's not just a steel cage. It is Hell in a Cell.
Well, Hell in a Cell
is the pinnacle of a feud. It is going to end at SummerSlam.
Okay, all right.
But why? But the problem, why crown Femi King of the Ring just to have him do this? You could have put that on Seth. You could have given it to anybody. You could have had Seth versus whoever in the finals and put it on Seth, and still got Seth versus Roman.
Exactly, and you still could have had Seth versus freaking Braun Breaker. The same outcome. The way they did things, they screwed up a lot of different things. You know, all these things that they had, all these potential storyline matches that they had, they did it as ways. To have Seth Rollins come back and full circle and challenge Roman Reigns really makes no sense. And the fact is that Roman Reigns did beat Seth Rollins square in the ring, you know, in a Monday Night Raw at one time.
Yes, they're trying to push this narrative because Seth came out Monday night and said, well, we're going to do this now because we're getting to the back half of our career. So they're trying to push this narrative that Roman Reigns has never beat Seth Rollins. And like I so eloquently told Dom in the chat, which he just used against me to make it sound like he's saying it, Roman Reigns beat Seth on a Monday Night Raw 1-2-3 with a spear in the middle of the ring. When was that? May 29th, 2017. So it's not like Roman has never beaten Seth. He's never beaten Seth when it's mattered. He's never beaten Seth at a pay-per-view. He's never beaten Seth at a WrestleMania. They eloquently went over the cash-in, the greatest cash-in in history, like when he talked about him and Punk at WrestleMania. You know,
the tribal chief. That's the
helped Cody. Helped Cody beat Roman. Helped break the Shield.
He hasn't beaten Seth Rollins as a tribal chief. If you want to put it in perspective, that's what they're talking about.
Well, he hasn't really faced Seth Rollins as a tribal chief.
Yes, he did.
He was not the tribal chief yet.
Yes, he was.
WrestleMania.
Yes,
he was
still
the big dog.
No, he was a tribal chief. He's been a tribal chief.
Check
it out. Check it out when Seth Rollins he got disqualified, when Roman Reigns got disqualified against Seth Rollins in a match when Seth Rollins was taunting him when he was.
I didn't think he became the tribal chief until after Rollins cashed in on him and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
No, he's been the 4 years he was tribal chief and held on to those damn belts and held them for hostage for a long time. He was
right. The whole time he was the tribal chief, he was the WWE champion. So he never lost the WWE championship as the tribal chief. So therefore, when Seth cashed in on him and won the championship, he was not the tribal chief yet. He was the big dog.
No, but there was a match prior. There was a match in the last couple of years that he faced Roman Reigns, and he beat Roman. Roman Reigns got disqualified by hitting him with a chair.
So, no, he has. He defeated Seth Rollins on a Monday Night Raw, May 29th, 2017. You can look it up on YouTube. Beat him 1-2-3 clean, middle of the ring after a spear. Roman has beaten Seth. So I don't know why they're going with this narrative. I don't know if WWE just doesn't remember their own history or what, but it is a false narrative. So again, I go back to you run King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, and you give the winner a championship match at SummerSlam. It was specific. You win this match, you get a guaranteed championship match at SummerSlam. You have Io Sky beat Liv and just automatically turn around and go, all right, I'm gonna take Liv again. Not knowing what we're doing with Rhea, not knowing what Rhea's injury extent is.
They haven't even mentioned anything about Rhea, so most likely her knee is banged up more than severe than they anticipated, and so that's why they're not even mentioning her. Like, she has time off, unless they're going to go the other way and they're going to have her face somebody else. But I thought they would finish the story with Io Sky.
You're going to have, and then you have Oba Femi out there bragging, and then Brock Lesnar comes out and says, hey, I don't watch this shit. I don't watch your product. That's why I have Paul Heyman tell me about it. I don't watch this shit. Congratulations, kid. You won King of the Ring. I've done that already. Now I want to face you at SummerSlam in my hometown inside Hell in a Cell. Cool. Awesome. Right on. Well, what are we doing with this championship match now? Oh, well, we're just going to have
Seth freaking Rollins.
We're going to have Seth Rollins come in and challenge you just because he beat Braun Breaker in a steel cage, automatically puts him first ahead of the line for this belt. And then don't even get me started on the Sami thing. Like, I'm happy Sami won, but what, for a couple of weeks? Like, you're going to just have him turn around and not even like 2 weeks? Because I don't give a shit. Spoiler alert for SmackDown tomorrow night. Cody Rhodes faces Jey Uso for a #1 contendership match. Cody Rhodes wins, and he's going to fight
Sami on Monday Night Raw.
Sami on a Monday Night Raw in Chicago.
So that freaking guy named CM Punk's coming out.
Sami's dropping the belt to Cody, and Punk's coming out afterwards.
Yes,
and he's going to challenge Punk. And he's going to challenge Cody to SummerSlam.
Yep.
And Cody's going to drop the belt to Punk at SummerSlam. Do we see it happening any other way?
They might throw a curveball. We're talking about this right now. Triple H is sitting there going, "These guys are onto our plans." Look, Sami Zayn won. That was a big moment in WWE history. Sami Zayn finally won the big one. His story is over with. He finally won.
All it is moments. That's all Triple H looks for is moments.
That's what we're looking at now, and that's what basically the WWE is, moments. Look, it's a fast pace. Look, if you remember, I'm the one that said I like to see the belt change many hands here and there. This is what they're freaking doing now. If you really think about it,
right? But I don't want it to go back.
I know. But
I don't want them to put the belt on Sami. Just have Sami be a transitional champion for the say, hey, listen, we swerved you. We got you. We got you, IWC. We got you. You thought Cody was going to win. Well, we got you, man. We put the belt on Sami, and now we're going to put it right back on Cody.
Hey, Christina. How are you?
We're going to put that bad boy right back on Cody on a random-ass Monday Night Raw. Why is that belt being defended on a Monday Night Raw? Who knows?
My question was going to be at Monday night when I SmackDown participants.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So there's no more brand split. The brand split's done.
But basically, they did say that CM Punk is going to SmackDown. But the fact is that he's going to be premiering on SmackDown. So the brand split's gone. They're going to have crossovers back and forth. But it's still kind of weird. You're going to have two SmackDown dudes on Raw if something else isn't going to happen?
Well, it's because old Aldis is suspended, so good old Supreme General Manager here now is calling the shots on both shows.
But I think that's why I think Paul
Adam
Heyman
Pearce
becomes the
runs
general
both
manager. Like I said, it's SmackDown.
Don't you talk smack about Adam Pearce like that?
Yeah, that's right.
Scrap Daddy himself.
Yeah, well,
Mr. Clean himself.
I just like King of the Ring has always been a prestigious thing. We've talked about it. It gave us, without King of the Ring, we don't have Austin 316. You don't get King Booker.
Booker.
King of the Ring is a prestigious thing on its own. If you want to do it where it gives somebody an automatic title match at any point in time, where it can't be random like Money in the Bank, where they can't just call their shot at any point. They have to establish it. I'm going to call my shot. I want this title match here at this PLE. Cool. Start with that. Don't use it to get yourself out of a situation that you creatively put yourselves in, because you can't rub two fucking peas together to create an idea back there. ChatGPT got you in a corner and you couldn't get out of it.
Look, this is my thing. If you really want to go that way, you can have Brock Lesnar interfere with Femi, and Jay would have won, and the fucking goddamn wrestling world would have fucking had a heart attack, and the apocalypse would have began. But that would have been a better storyline. Now you change the. You
could have done that without having Brock Lesnar even come out. You could have just had Jey Uso win.
I know, but now you have the trajectory of a situation where you put the title shot on hold. The fight, just a random fight. Yes, you're fighting Brock Lesnar for the third time.
Best of 3.
Exactly, and you're doing that, and you're changing the trajectory. Now, like you said, October is Money in the Bank. Femi's going to have to defend his title thing soon.
No, September.
No, October. They moved it to October.
Oh, did they move to October?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have no idea what September's going to bring, to be honest.
Oh, probably WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, maybe.
Ew.
Yeah. No, Christy, you like Goldberg? Why?
But there's no, dude, why? No, look, they're not going to, in this narrative flying around that, they're going to have Brock beat Sami at Saturday Night Main. No, they're not. They're not going to do that. They're not going to have Brock beat Sami at a Saturday Night Main just to hold the title to put a belt on Oba. They're going to wait now. Oba's going to win his title at WrestleMania next year because they can't get The Rock. The Rock isn't coming. He ain't bowing down to the Saudis, so he ain't coming to Mania next year. So it's going to be Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns in Saudi next year after Oba Femi wins the Royal Rumble. And he's probably going to start at number 1, and he's going to have the most eliminations of all time and go from 1 to 30 and win.
Just to lose to Roman Reigns in Mania.
No, he's going to beat Roman Reigns at Mania.
Oh, I'm just expecting the worst.
Well, you're going to get the worst, and that's another 4 or 5 months of Roman Reigns as the champion. That's what you're looking down the barrel of. Because Seth ain't beating him at SummerSlam. They're going to put that narrative to bed. He's going to beat Seth at SummerSlam.
I love all the speculative rumors that are figuring John Moxley's coming out, that he's going to be coming back, coming out to help. That's not happening because his contract doesn't end in 2027, and he ain't coming back anytime soon.
Nah.
So
he ain't leaving AEW.
All the people out there that are hoping for that, I'm sorry. Probably the bringer of bad news. It's not happening.
I would say bringing bad news, just facing the truth of reality.
Yeah, exactly. But look, you have Seth lose. You end that storyline. It's all about ending storylines in the moments. That's it. If you really think about it, there's no reason for Seth to come back out to challenge Roman Reigns. Now he could have came back. Well, they did freaking foresee it when Monday Night Raw, when he was there and he won, and Seth looked at him, this and that. So there was a foreshadowing of that happening. But it should have been Femi versus Roman Reigns. You would have had the Bloodline come out. You would have had everybody come out, and then Solo would have came and helped against helped
Oba.
Exactly. Or you could have Zillafart 2 come out, which he signed it with the WWE now, so hopefully you see him show up eventually. But it's intriguing because Brock ain't retiring now. So he loses to Femi. Where does that leave Brock? Come out another time to stop to go after somebody else?
Right back where he's been the last 3 weeks, back on his couch in Saskatchewan, out there hunting and working on his barbecue rub and whatever else he's got going on. That's where Brock Lesnar can go until Royal Rumble next year when he comes around and we get another face-to-face between Brock and Oba in the Royal Rumble.
Exactly. You might get Brock versus Brock and Gunther face-to-face.
I doubt it.
But because you have Gunther fighting Nick Aldis, that's going to be a SummerSlam match right there. We all know that.
Yeah.
That's going to happen there. So, Mike, look, this is my thing. You're changing story plots and you're changing all the directories of these things that are supposed to be. And you know you're going to hit a freaking goddamn stone wall, like you said. And the fans are going to freaking goddamn curse him out. Freaking Triple H off with his head, creative, this and that, because they put themselves with, you're right, with the AI writing and stuff like that. You know, just leave Femi fighting Roman Reigns.
If you're truly going to sit here and tell us, oh, I don't care, we don't listen to what the IWC says, we don't listen to what the internet says, we don't listen to what fans say, then prove it. Don't listen to us. Quit playing it safe. Have interference. You could have had Jimmy Uso interfere in that match and hit Oba with a bunch of shit. You could have had Jacob Fatu interfere in that match and had, if you're going to do Oba versus Brock anyways, you could have had Jey Uso win under crazy circumstances and still had him go face Sami at SummerSlam. But no, because you don't want Sami to be the champion. So you did it because that way you could sit here and go, well, we're unpredictable. We're zany. And you're going to take the belt off Sami a week later in Chicago, put it right back on Cody, which everyone's already bitching about Cody. They're sick of seeing Cody as champion. You're going to put it on Cody so you can get Cody versus Punk.
To be honest, both Punk and Cody have been stale as hell as champions.
Yeah, they think that because they're going to move him to SmackDown, it's going to be any different for Punk.
Look, this is my take. You could have had Femi lose to Jay and then come on Raw the next night and saying, you know, I lost fair and square, and then Brock would have came out, and then that part would have been over with, and he's fighting. He had his ticket already stamped to go to freaking goddamn SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar. You could have made it that way. Jimmy would have came out and have him swerve to fight Roman Reigns. You would have had that because Roman Reigns was saying, go after Cody, go after Cody, go after Cody. And then boom, he changes and goes, no, I'm going after you. And you would have started the breakup. You would have had Jimmy to try to take sides, and that's where you can introduce freaking Zilla Fatu. You could have had a whole bunch.
They can't have the breakup. They got to milk the fucking bloodline for another year until WrestleMania next year. That's exactly what they got to do. Exactly what they're going to do.
We have to wait to April of next year or March, the end of March.
End of March next year for the bloodline to be over. It's just, dude, what are we doing here? What are we doing creatively? Like, you have a room of supposedly the best creative minds, and this is what you give us. Yeah. Let's just ruin King of the Ring. Let's have Oba win because he's a new young dude. You at that point you could have had Brock Lesnar cost Oba in the semifinals, and you could have had Javon Evans go over. You know, you could have had anybody else, Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins. Like I said, like everyone said, you do Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker in the finals, and you have Seth win King of the Ring and go after Roman. You're still here. You can still do Oba versus Brock in a cage. You can still do Seth versus Roman with that stipulation, and you don't mess anything up. Like, why call your shot and say it's definitively for this, and then be like, nah, we're going to defer this. We can defer this to whenever we want. Fine. If you're going to defer it, then you need to make the stipulation that it's a championship match of your choosing at a PLA of your choosing. It can't be anytime, any place, anywhere like a Money in the Bank cash in.
Yep.
Because you can't have. We saw with Triple or not AAA, but TNA when they had two different people when they had Nick Namath and I forget the other dude's name in the X division. God, with the same stipulation where they both had a guaranteed title match at their time of choosing. It just doesn't work, man. It doesn't work like that. You gotta have some sort of cohesive rules and just quit changing them on the fly here. Make it mean something. King of the Ring. Why do you think Woods wanted to be King of the Ring for so long? It meant something.
Yep. But wait, let me ask you a question. Wasn't the King of the Ring wasn't always a guaranteed shot at the championship? That was just recently.
Right. No, it wasn't. It was just this year. That was made. Yes.
No, wasn't it last year? Last year? No,
because Woods didn't get a championship shot when he won.
No, because that wasn't a stipulation back then.
And who won the King of the Ring last year? Cody?
Yeah,
no.
Cody. No,
Was it?
Yeah, Cody, because remember he went head to head with Gunther? Champion versus champion. He went
that's right. Yeah.
Was it Cody?
It was just a guaranteed title shot this year. It was a stipulation that was made just this year.
So you got that. So it was a speculation this year. It's like the John Cena the John Cena challenge. Are we ever going to hear any more about the John Cena freaking Memorial Challenge?
Probably at Survivor Series.
Because it's
probably never. Because you haven't got anything done yet.
Because I think that it was a disaster.
Off getting another hair transplant.
If you lose, you still can win. How is that possible? So, the fan, you vote in the
vote for Bodie McBoatface to be WWE champion. It just, dude, you can't sit here if you're Triple H and call out the IWC and say you don't listen to us and that we need to chill and it needs to be fun. And then you turn around and give us every reason not to have fun, every reason not to be chilled about it. You want to sit here and essentially insult our intelligence as professional wrestling fans because you're just going to give us the same fucking main event for SummerSlam you could have given us in a different way and still made King of the Ring mean something.
Look.
It would have meant something to Javon Evans. It would have meant something to Seth Rollins.
All right, let's wait this out. Let's see where this goes. And if it goes absolutely nowhere, then we can actually freaking sit there and freaking really pick on everything we have to.
It's going nowhere. It's going to Seth. It's going to Seth losing to Roman at SummerSlam, and
but
it's
he could lose.
Femi
He could lose for the qualification again and have that prolong that down the road. So we don't know what is going to definitely because, like I said,
seeing how good that goes since Roman Reigns has been able to use steel steps and bump the ref and all this other shit in title matches and not get disqualified for it.
So there you go. No disqualification. That's going to be the speculation.
Nick Aldis versus Gunther is going to happen at SummerSlam. That's pretty much a given. I'd bet on it on Kelshi.
But as of right now, we can sit here and bitch about that and just see where it goes. Like I said at the end, it's stupid. It's a dumb move. You make the title shot inevitable for a King of the Ring winner, and then you change it right away off the fly. So
are they going to do this to the Money in the Bank winner too? Whoever wins Money in the Bank can be like, yeah, you don't get that contract. No. You're going to forfeit that contract, and we're going to give it to somebody else. Because Femi has his guaranteed match that null and voids your contract. So no, you won Money in the Bank, but you don't get a guaranteed contract whenever you want until Oba cashes.
I guarantee they can have a speculation. You're a King of the Ring. You win the Money in the Bank. You have a match to unify the King of the Ring and the Money in the Bank. Stupid, but I guarantee the brilliant minds over there in creative will probably come up with something like that.
How about instead of making it for the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Champion, it's a championship match against a champion of your choosing if you win King of the Ring, because then you could have had Oba go after Trick Williams. You could have had Oba go after Penta. You could have Oba be a champion interim until you go to WrestleMania and he wins Royal Rumble and then faces somebody. He could be a double champion and drop one of the championships or lose one of the championships before Mania. Like you are so worried that if you beat Oba in any fucking capacity, it's going to hurt Oba. It is not going to hurt Oba.
Nope.
He can lose
Mhm.
any given Sunday, any time. The underdog can win. It's
They did
okay
say-
if Oba takes a loss.
Since he already got lost now, since nothing else is gonna hurt him. Since
Yeah, it's just a matter on how he takes the loss. Somebody can take a loss and still look strong. It's okay. He can lose.
Hey, look, and Triple H did say, like I said last week, wants to make him the biggest star ever in the history of WWE. So you make him not lose and win everything. Imagine he wins all the titles. Have him.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's holding the Intercontinental, the United States Championship, and both WWE Championships at one time. Ridiculous. It's like Goldberg-esque run.
Well,
right
it's like Mercedes Moné when she won all the belts.
there. Yeah. Styx has got it right there. The band is playing. The lifeboats are in the water. The Titanic is going down. That's the best analogy right there I've heard.
Man, Sticks. Man, what's going on with you, man? In chat, you're a brilliant mind. You're funny. You have some great logic. But when on screen, which way did he go? Which way did he go?
he has to think it out first.
Well, he doesn't have his internet problems.
No.
You know,
The internet fucked him up.
yeah, he can actually use his mobile internet, which is much faster than his home internet, so he can keep up.
Yeah.
But
But
all right, that's enough harping on the King of the Ring and how WWE just single-handedly in one foul swoop bastardized the King of the Ring and made it pretty much pointless. I'm gonna quit harping on that. We're gonna get into our top rope takes. Our top rope takes are where we put 2 minutes on the clock. We take the top 5 news stories in professional wrestling today, and we give you our thoughts on them in 2 minutes. Usually a little over 2 minutes, but yeah, it's just the fastest way to do that. So we're gonna start off here with WWE removing blood on Netflix. So if you watch the replay from Night of Champions of the steel cage match between Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker gets busted open and at one point has blood all over his face. Upon the rewatch, Netflix has gone and completely blurred out Braun Breaker's face. They didn't just gray out like WWE will do on their social medias. They completely blurred out Braun Breaker's face. Netflix is pointing fingers at WWE. WWE is saying it's Netflix because WWE is not blocking out the blood on their own social media accounts or anything like that. So, boys, 2 minutes on the clock. How do we feel about Netflix censoring Monday Night Raw even more so now and completely blurring out a competitor's face?
Go ahead. You want to start?
So, yeah, I'll kick off.
Yeah.
So pretty much, from what I'm seeing, it's mostly because of the international standards, because there are certain international criteria that they have to reach for them airing on their program, which is what Netflix has to adhere to. Because if you go to the ESPN broadcast of it, like replay, nothing's changed. Still blood everywhere. I think it's just because the international standards of different countries, they have to blur it out, or else they get like fined or anything like that.
Well, they haven't even. I mean, they've gone as far as changing camera angles, cutting camera angles, like completely resplicing this match.
Yeah,
So pretty soon, they'll AI his face in there without blood.
I don't think they have that technology yet.
Or just make it black and white.
You know, I'm with Eric on that. I know that international standards, there's certain things, but I'm surprised it's Netflix. Freaking Netflix. You got NC-17 shows that are on Netflix. You got rated R. You got all these things. We have all these blood freaking action-packed movies. And I understand this is live, kids, but it's you're on a cable, you're on a
Subscription-based
platform that it's not on national TV. And like USA is on a cable-based platform. So I'm surprised that Netflix does it. But like I said, the international standards have certain rules and regulations. And basically, if that's the case, but you see the pointing of the fingers, Netflix is like, it's not us, it's the WWE. WWE is not us, it's Netflix. So someone's lying. Someone is definitely lying about the situation, you know, and you could just turn around and say, you know what? Yeah, international procedures, we have to do that. But they're not even saying that either. So obviously it's something internal that it was like, remember ESPN was fighting with the WWE about how freaking WrestlePalooza, how lackluster it was.
Yeah.
And they were going back and forth fighting each other. Same shit. The same shit. You know, I don't like I said, no one's on the same page with all this going on. Everything going on, all these platforms, all these PLEs and all these things that are happening. The freaking the wrestling creative is getting pissed at fans because fans are spoiling things, because they're saying things, don't like fans' ideas. They hate certain things. They're blocking out chants for certain wrestlers that were released to have them come back. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's another thing they did. They cut out holy shit chants and replaced them with this is awesome chants. So you're not even getting authentic crowd chants anymore.
Exactly.
They're censoring chants.
So it's ridiculous. Listen, you're a pay-per-view. You're on a prescription freaking PLA. You're on a cable thing. You can curse. Stop the BS. Stop the stuff that goes. So you know what sucks? Right before your eyes, they can actually freaking take out content without you even knowing. Right before your eyes. You go, wait a minute. So the technology, it's stupid. You know, you're right. You're not getting the proper fan interaction. You're freaking disrupting the mic. You're covering things up. You're silencing the crowd. You're putting your own things in there. Come on. They definitely have to do much better than that.
Yeah, I agree with Dom. I mean, you are a international broadcast. If you're in a country that can have a news reporter give you the news topless or do the weather topless, but you can't see a little bit of blood on somebody's face to where you have to completely blur it out like you're watching Piccolo de Bukkake from Japan, you don't. What are we doing here? Like, turn it black and white. Something. Quit censoring. Quit piping a different chants. Give it to us the way it was meant to be seen. The whole world can watch it any way they want. So, you know, you can watch movies where people get bludgeoned to death and killed. And do they block those out in those countries? If you're watching Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy Krueger's going to kill somebody, did they like replace the blood with confetti? Or do you block it out? Like,
party favors.
You don't want to see what China does to their censorship.
No, I don't. Tentacles come out everywhere?
No, their blood is actually just white instead of red.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, you can watch a zombie flick and see somebody getting torn apart and blood and guts everywhere. You can't watch something that's
Zaggy
fake.
blames recycled aluminum cans.
You know, I don't.
Why not say it's standards and then why point fingers like it's a WNBA game?
Shout out to Sophie Cunningham.
Because Kate and Clark are getting punched in the throat.
Exactly.
I mean, it depends on if Angel Reese is on the other side of the court or not.
This time it wasn't Angel Reese, though.
But
what Toomey? Toomey from freaking Ice Age?
Yeah. But all right, moving on. Mike Santana is leaving TNA Wrestling. He dropped his TNA World Championship to Nick Nemeth over the weekend, and it's cued the speculation of Mike Santana coming to WWE. But of course, it's WWE, so of course there's conflicting reports about Santana and where he lands at WWE. Boys, 2 minutes on the clock. Do we see Mike Santana coming right to the main roster and being put into the main event? Or do we see him going to NXT first?
Actually, I think it might come to the main roster. Yeah. And we're going to definitely have a clone of Damian Priest when he does come to the main roster.
don't think he's a clone of Damian Priest.
I don't know, but the way he goes about and holds himself reminds me of Damian Priest too. But anyway, Joe Hendry, and freaking Jordan Grace both went into NXT before they came up in the main roster. I think Mike Santana is a little different. I think he might.
He's already main roster ready. He already showed up in Dynamite. He done.
Yeah. So, and like the same thing, like with Ethan Page going from AEW to NXT, because a lot of them wanted to go to NXT before they came up to the main roster.
And plus, Santana already wrestled in NXT during their crossover events.
Yeah. So basically, I think that he comes to the main roster and starts. He's figuring the fire starts right off the bat. Boom.
Starts New Judgment Day with Truth and Priest.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you this. I can see him and Damian Priest getting together to be tag team champions down the road.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think that the the groups that they make, like it's all far from over. I think they're going to see a lot more.
We need more factions.
Yeah, more factions down the road. That's what WWE does. They love it.
You think we need more factions?
What do we got? Judgment Day.
Well, Judgment Day is
Judgment
gone.
Day and the
Vision,
but I think the Vision were all but killed on Monday night.
Oh, sorry, and Bloodline. My bad.
And the Bloodline.
And
the
Bloodline
MFTs.
is the biggest thing. But I got like in my Dirty Dom things, I have something with the Vision. So kind of, But anyway, yeah, I think he's ready. I think he's ready to come up, and off the bat, I think makes his debut. He signs and makes his debut either on a Monday Night Raw. I don't see him coming to SummerSlam because I think you still have a contract. You have to wait for the contract to get nullified before you actually.
His contract is up, I believe, in middle of July. So,
okay, so
I don't see SummerSlam, but I could definitely see Money in the Bank. I could definitely see Survivor Series.
Yes, Survivor Series maybe.
Yeah, I think you bring him in. You bring him main roster. He's ready. You put him in the title. You put him right there in the main event scene. You give him another face opposite Cody, opposite Oba, opposite Punk, opposite Roman, opposite Seth. You just get that new face in there to kind of throw a wrench in everything and kind of shake things up. I wouldn't mind seeing him go to NXT either, because let's face it, NXT needs the help.
What about Royal Rumble? Have him show up in the Royal Rumble.
I think that's too far out.
Yeah, I don't think they're not going to hold him until Royal Rumble.
He could be there on Sunday night's main event in Atlanta in August. It would have been perfect for Saturday night's main event because it's in New York, and since he's from New York, But he's just more main roster ready than anybody else I've seen.
You have him come out with Bad Bunny.
No. Granted, he's Puerto Rican, but I don't need to see him coming out with Bad Bunny. I don't need to see anybody coming out with Bad Bunny.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Bad Bunny was a good wrestler when he fought Damian Priest.
He did. He had a very good match.
Very good matches. Yeah. So, all the bullshit with Jelly Roll and friggin' Pat McAfee probably screwed all that up and shit.
Jelly Roll had a great match, too. But I'm just tired of the celebrity aspect of it. I'm tired of the celebrity angle of bringing celebrities in to take a spot from somebody else that's already on the roster.
And you know what?
You leave Lil Yachty alone, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, instead of Taylor Swift getting married in Madison Square Garden this week, you can marry on freaking Monday Night Raw.
Little Yachty is he's just a manager. He's nothing but a glorified valet. So, but yeah, Mike Santana, main roster ready. Because we got Enzo and Cass are pretty much already confirmed coming back. Big Cass told AEW that he will not be renewing his contract and he will be leaving. So that just confirms up and shores up those reports that Enzo and Cass are coming back to NXT. So they're probably going to be facing NXT needs help. NXT has nobody in the men's.
Dude, the pay-per-view that they had on the WC got very little views, even though you had AEW event the same night and stuff like that, but the
Slamversary,
TNA and AEW and NXT, but they have nobody. It's your main event scene is Who? Tony D'Angelo, Mason Rook, and Naraku?
For men's, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even a interesting
Nikki
division,
Blackheart made her debut last night. She's going to be a dominant force, but the whole my thing is that yes,
Did you say Matt Cardona debuted and she's going to be a dominant force?
Blackheart.
Oh, Blackheart.
Yeah, Blackheart. Listen, my thing is that if they bought TNA, you could have combined it with NXT and then built up that roster with that.
But the people that left WWE to go to TNA want to probably leave WWE again because of that.
Yeah.
Well, they don't need to leave because you have TNA talent requesting to be released to go to WWE, which is another story we're going to get into here in a minute. But let's talk Sami Zayn, shall we? Sami Zayn winning the WWE title at Night of Champions in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, has been less than ideal for a lot of talking heads to the IWC. It has pissed people off so bad that Vince Russo on his Coach and Bro show with Jonathan Coachman went on such a seething rant that you would have thought the man was going to have a heart attack. He said this about Sami Zayn winning the title. Look how the wrestlers react. Look at what they say. To say the guy's been in the industry for 13 years and deserves it, bullshit, bro. Sami Zayn didn't win anything. You know how many guys have been in the business for 13 years, 17 years, 20 years, 25 years? Mr. Perfect and Scott Hall died without ever winning the WWE World title. When wrestlers sound like marks, it's freaking embarrassing to me. Sami earned it. What did he earn? He worked hard, and then all the other wrestlers you see out there working, really? This to me is an absolute joke. It's not about business anymore. He says Sami Zayn does not draw. You are not making money with Sami Zayn as the champion. Do you agree with Vince Russo's comments? Do you think that Sami Zayn deserving the championship is a bunch of bullshit and he didn't earn this?
I don't, Matt. You want to start, Matt?
Listen, I said all I need to say about this in the opening segment is this was 100% a reason to swerve people. That's it. I don't believe in I don't believe in the you deserve it stuff. I understand that fans chant that, but to say, oh well, the guy's been here for 10, 17 plus years and he deserves his time as champion. That's how we end up with the moments like Kofi Kingston losing his title in 5 seconds to Brock Lesnar. It's just things like that. I like Sami. I think Sami's doing the best work right now. He's the most entertaining thing about SmackDown. But Sami Zayn is a champion, and you're just tarnishing it all to potentially make him a transitional champion. And I think the fact that people are treating him like an afterthought, everybody's already looking past him to Cody facing him on Monday Night Raw, to Cody beating him, to Punk challenging Cody for that title. Sami Zayn's he's not even an afterthought. He's not even a thought right now. And he's the champion.
He's the last real good guy. Respect it.
Yeah.
I do respect him, but I'm just saying, is he really world championship material?
He can be. He did for NXT. I'm not sure why he wouldn't be for main events. He does put on a lot of good matches. He does.
Stu Jersey. Sami just lost to Trick Williams, and now he's champion.
They were transitioning from US to main title, and that was in a couple months. So, I still think he deserves his time in the spotlight for a little bit, compared to what he's done since NXT all the way up to now. Because people have been waiting for that spotlight again ever since he lost this NXT championship. He puts in a good work there. I think he does decent promos, but people just overlook because he's not. People just overlook him because he's just not that quote unquote physique wise. That's it.
I mean, Kevin Owens isn't either. Kevin Owens was out here for a long time, looking like a dad walking off the fucking beer league mount. Just got done pounding a couple brews, and he's about to go do his at bat. Like. That's how Kevin Owens looked out here for a long time, and he was world champion.
Look, I think my thing is that Sami's been like the ultimate underdog all the time, if you really think about it. You know, through thick and thin, all the times he tried for a title, he kept losing. Look, I wouldn't be surprised he holds on the title a little bit longer, and they make it a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Cody, Sami, and freaking CM Punk.
I would love that because it'll protect Sami too.
Yeah.
I don't want to see another triple threat match.
No, you probably are. You probably are.
What kind of match do you want to see, Matt?
I want to see. Honestly, Cody versus Punk is what I want to see. I don't care to see Sami.
But they really don't need the belt to fight each other.
No, they don't.
They don't.
You're right, they don't. But what story are you going to get there? The belt is your catalyst to get there.
The catalyst, but now you could swerve it and have a storyline that they fight, and eventually they will climb the ladder again. Look, Money in the Bank. You will definitely have Punk. You'll definitely have Cody Rhodes in Money in the Bank. You make it interesting. You'll have a rivalry with Cody and Punk up to the point of Mania. Look, this is what's going to happen. I think Sami holds on to this belt longer than people anticipating. All those stories that he's going to lose it, he's not going to lose it. I wouldn't be surprised he holds on to it until next year, going into Saudi Arabia, because you won in Saudi Arabia.
Stu Jersey's in here. Sami's going to lose it to Brock before SummerSlam.
I don't think so. I think that's just a rumor. I don't think they're going to take the belt off Sami anytime soon. I think he's going to hold the belt up for a while.
Off Sami on Monday night, I'm telling you.
He's not going to lose it on Monday night. Monday night, there's going to be a disqualification.
If he wasn't going to lose at Monday night, why wouldn't you just do Jey Uso, Sami Zayn at?
I know. Look, let me tell you something. Right now, they're freaking goddamn calculating different storylines because we're all onto certain things. Sami's not losing it. Sami's not going to lose on Monday night. He's definitely not. And if he does, that sucks that Sami's value. Look, I tell you what. We talk about over Femi being hurt by a loss, this and that. He loses his belt 1 week after he won that. That would put a lot of damage on Sami.
Yeah.
Let Sami be crash out Sami.
Yeah. So look, I think he holds on to the belt, and I think that Punk and Cody do their own thing for the time being. You get freaking goddamn Cody away from the belt for a minute.
But you don't have a story there right now. You don't have a catalyst.
How do you not?
You don't have a catalyst to a Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Not without the title, because you had that whole program the night after WrestleMania where Punk came out and basically told Cody Rhodes a championship match can fall out of the sky at any time.
It doesn't mean Cody Rhodes.
You're right. It doesn't. But to do Punk Cody right now, there's no catalyst. Like, you would have to have Cody do something to Punk. There's no catalyst there to have. They were just talking like best friends. They were just talking about how much they love each other.
Okay,
there's no catalyst there for Punk to go after Cody. Right
remember the storyline?
Unless it's going to be for number one contender show.
But remember the storyline? Remember the storyline that they had in the beginning? That Cody, his father, this and stuff. CM Punk was, driving to like all the arenas and stuff like that. And that whole story in the beginning when Cody and CM Punk had that first talk when he came back with the whole thing with Paul. I think with Paul Heyman back in the day with the whole story that was going on there. Listen, you don't need two people to fight each other for the belt. Yes, down the road you could have a number one contendership, and you have CM Punk and Cody Rhodes becoming the number one contenders, but they're definitely going to be in Money in the Bank. Those two participants right
One
there.
of them will be, whoever's not champion, because I'm here to tell you, it's not going to be Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's not making it past Monday night.
He's on the belt.
It's going to be Drew McIntyre all over again. I told you.
Nope.
When Drew McIntyre won that belt off Cody, I said Drew is not going into.
But Drew held on to it longer than he had to. He didn't
Drew
lose
is not going into WrestleMania as champion. It sucks that we're going from 1 month later after Sami winning it, we're going into SummerSlam, which is looked at as a show that's on par with WrestleMania. Sami ain't walking into SummerSlam champion. There's no money in Sami walking into WrestleMania or SummerSlam champion. Nobody's going to buy tickets to watch Sami Zayn as champion. Look, Stu Jersey right here said, I like Sami, but I was at Raw and SmackDown on Monday. Crowd was not hyped as I thought they would be for Sami. People like Crash Out Sami. People like Sami Zayn in the chase. They don't. What Sami Zayn as champion What is he just going to drive around in convertibles with the title belt on his passenger seat like he has been?
But Matt, you always have the low self-esteem for like McIntyre. All right, McIntyre did have, but McIntyre is different compared to Sami.
McIntyre, but it's the same situation. If you're paying attention to the product, there's certain guys that they want the belt on. They didn't want that. Cody Rhodes. They are shifting to the fans because the fans are sitting here going, Cody's fucking boring. Roman's boring. We need a shakeup. These people are boring. It's a shakeup for the sense of WWE and being able to say, well, you know, you can't say our creative is bland because we gave you Sami as champion. You didn't see that coming. When half the people saw that coming.
Say if you have Sami have an open challenge.
Wow.
You know, open challenge for the belt. You have Brock Lesnar come out. You have Femi come out. You have Seth Rollins come out.
Why open challenge? We don't need any more open challenges.
No, I'm just saying, but if you want to make it interesting, you have it that. Look, Sami Zayn ain't going to lose the belt.
Fight him champion.
All right, Dom, I'm telling you.
He's not.
I was going to say that.
Sami Zayn. Look how they treat Sami Zayn. Look what they do with Sami Zayn. And you're going to sit here and tell me that if he faces Cody Rhodes one-on-one Monday night on Raw, he's beating Cody? I don't think so.
Let me tell you something. I have a strange feeling. I'm sorry to cut you off, Eric.
No, say probably by DQ is his best chance.
If they are going to have Sami walk into SummerSlam, why don't you just do Sami versus Jey Uso, the only match that's sitting there for you right off the bat? Why even go through all
Let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
I'm going to tell you what happens. CM Punk hijacked Randy Orton's comeback in freaking Survivor Series or SummerSlam that a couple of years back. Randy Orton is going to steal the CM Punk homecoming show Monday night.
Randy Orton's not coming back. He's injured. He was pulled from Fanatics Fest. He's not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, he's coming back. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, dude. He's not coming back anytime soon.
All right. Monday, you're gonna sit there like, oh shit, Dom was right. He didn't win the belt. He didn't win. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk are headed to be battling each other without the championship. Sammy's gonna hold that champion for a minute.
Tell me, put your Booker hat on. Tell me in what world you think you think Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at SummerSlam makes sense without the WWE title? What happens to where these two who are best friends all of a sudden want to fight each other at SummerSlam with no title on the line? And you're telling me that you think Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk is a bigger draw with or without the WWE title?
It is. It's a draw. Remember, SummerSlam's 2 nights. You can make anything happen 2 nights.
What? Okay, but what does that have to do with what I just asked you?
I'm just saying the whole fact is it's a gonna be a big draw. Like, see, you have to stop counting on championship things like Femi with Brock Lesnar. Why is that match? That match is gonna probably be a great match. That's still Hell in a Cell match. Yes.
They have to. There's no other logical. They have to have it.
Then they're gonna have to have Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk without the belt and make that a freaking epic match.
No, you don't. It's an epic match for the championship.
No. They're not going to put the championship back on Cody. Back on Cody for CM Punk to take it from him. No,
I'm telling you.
So I'm just going to put it simply. Cody and Punk simply have the best star power in WWE hands, bar none. And having those two against each other, that's still going to sell tickets because people want to see those two fight. But I think I see what Matt's saying is that it would just up the ante for the drama having to be for the title. That's it. Because to be honest, just a match by itself could change pretty much character direction straight up.
If you're going, let's put it this way. You're looking at buying a ticket to SummerSlam 2 nights. You're looking at your card and your main event. Which main event is going to be more enticing for you to buy a ticket? Sami Zayn versus whoever for the WWE Championship, or Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship? What's you, Dom, as a wrestling fan, to spend your money?
Well, because I got a feeling that if that's
no, you got a feeling. Those are your 2 examples right there. You've got a main event A, Sami Zayn versus insert whoever, or CM Punk insert whoever for the WWE Championship, or CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Which main event are you got night 1, night 2? Which main event are you spending your hard-earned money on?
It's to be realistic. Yeah, all right. Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the belt.
Okay.
Yeah, but the way you put it, but the whole fact is that's the thing. You can still make it an epic battle without the championship. Sami Zayn is probably going to fight somebody you least expect, and they'll win the belt. Because you're not going to put the belt again on Cody. I'm telling you, the whole Cody thing is old with the damn belt. You got to get him away from the belt for a minute. He
is the face of the company. They have nobody else.
Yeah, he's the face of the company, but that's why the brand split is done. You have it interacting now. Why do you think they're fighting on Raw? You kidding me?
Because it's in Chicago and it's a catalyst to get CM Punk back.
But it's still
to get that pop, that moment for when Cody Rhodes wins the title and CM Punk interrupts him.
No, when you friggin' have that, regardless of the fact of where it is, you're putting two main guys on a Raw friggin' television show, a SmackDown, two main SmackDown guys on Raw. There's something more to that than just that. I'm telling you.
Do you think Femi choosing to wrestle Brock Lesnar again instead of wrestling Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship makes Oba look bad? No, it doesn't make Oba look bad. It makes WWE Creative look like fucking idiots.
Yeah, definitely.
You just made your King of the Ring absolutely fucking pointless. Let's see. It's not like everyone will get 2 matches on both nights. Stick says the only way these two are a draw as a main event without a belt is if they have them in a triple threat with Gunther.
I don't think Gunther needs to be involved because I think he has to deal with Nick Aldis anyway.
Yeah, Stu Jordan says Cody doesn't need a belt, but he does need a story. Exactly right. So you have to, I think, to make Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk interesting without the title, you have to have Cody go heel. You have to go right now. Cody's a face that has heel tendencies. He's going to use a heel tendency to beat Sami Zayn, which is what Punk's going to come out and call him out on and tell him that he's better than that. And that's how it's going to lead to them facing each other for the title at SummerSlam. You have to pivot into turning Punk heel. You have to. That's the only way that works. That's the only way you get that story that Punk and Cody can go at each other without the title, is if Cody's a heel. Right now, having 2 baby faces go against each other like that for no reason, with no story
for the championship.
But you would do that on a Raw. Why would you? There's no such. I mean, when was the last time we had an actual number 1 contenders match? It was just kind of like, we're declaring for this title. We're declaring for this title. Okay, well the two of you, whoever wins goes after that belt.
Well, actually,
there's no like wrestling up the ranks to get a number 1 contendership shot. Like literally, Seth just came out Monday night and was like, "Hey Roman, I'm here. I'm challenging you." You know,
because Raw has nobody either.
Well,
that's the problem. And all the major guys are all tied up in another storyline. Yeah. If you really think about it.
I mean, LA Knight's out here whipping his dick in the wind with the bloodline.
No, but LA Knight's story, he's going to be freaking goddamn traveling with Solo. They're going to become an
I'm sure they will.
They're going to become a tag team.
They're going to.
Yeah. So Solo's so that whole bloodline thing.
Solo Knights.
The Solo Knights, exactly. But at the end of the day, we're going to see. Look, Sammy may lose the belt. If he loses it, it's going to be a SummerSlam. Plain and simple. Not Monday Night Raw.
We'll see. I think he's losing on Monday. No. I think. Why would you do Cody versus Sammy on a Monday Night Raw for the title?
Look, why would you friggin' have the friggin' certain matches with each other if they don't mean jack shit? Something big is brewing, and it's going to happen. Yeah, we'll probably get a CM Punk sighting on Monday night, yes. But other than that, Sammy's holding onto the belt. There's going to be a freaking disqualification, guaranteed. There will be a disqualification.
We'll find out on Monday.
No, this is not the pay-per-views where PLEs where they're not interfering. There will be interference.
We will. I don't know if there will. I mean, I don't know if there will be. I think it's going to be Cody winning the belt with a heel move, and Punk calling him out on it. But I guess we'll find out on Monday.
Definitely.
DDP wants to come back to WWE.
Why does he look like an AI character in there? He looks like the freaking goddamn Tiger King.
Apparently, DDP expressed to Triple H that he would like to get involved in any capacity. In early June, WrestleVotes and Fightful Select reported that DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, has been discussed for a WWE television appearance. While speaking to Cultaholic, DDP shared that he went to record for Cody Rhodes' What Do You Want to Talk About podcast, and he spoke to the chief content officer, aka Paul Triple H Vec, and he told Triple H that he wants to be involved more with WWE. Page was quoted as saying, "I'm really good friends with Triple H, but he's so busy that it's not like I can call him anymore. I only call him or check in with him when I have something important to talk about or whatever. I stepped up there to do Cody's show. You've got to remember, I was mentoring Cody when he was 12 years old, more of an advisor like Dusty was to Eric Bischoff's," Page stated. "When I came up there, I let Paul know, Triple H know, that I would love to stop in and say hello. He was like, absolutely. And he took the time for me. I told him, I said, just so you know, I'm up here doing this. And I did some interviews and stuff. I don't want a job. I do very well. I don't need anything. And I don't want to take anything away from anybody. But I do want to be part occasionally of the show, whether it's WWE Rivals, like let's see me and Randy Savage. Well, we're the feud of the year in 97, something no-brainer, me and Goldberg. That match, it could have gone either way. I don't know. Then there's behind-the-scenes stories that I could talk about that I haven't talked about. For me personally, yeah, I'd like to be involved a little bit more than just occasionally coming to the show." 2 minutes on the clock. What are your boys' thoughts on Diamond Dallas Page potentially being involved more with WWE?
I can see him doing more like the Legends, like LFG stuff to help out with the newcomers. I don't think he should be wrestling per se, but either be more of a coach or a player coach, or just help out with creative.
No, I'm with you on that. He could make appearances here and there. He could be. Actually, I could see him helping with the developmental man in NXT and LFG. I definitely. I don't know. Like a lot of wrestlers want to come back and they want to have more work on the shows and behind the scenes. Just they need help in creative. That's what they need. They need people.
That's an understatement.
Exactly. So that's more important to work on that than let's have Diamond Dallas Page come back and let's him be the face of WWE and come out here and there when we need him. Nah, man. Like I said, maybe you can help. Like I said, with some creative, like I said, backstage with the newcomers, the newbies that are coming aboard.
You can help out with catering.
Yeah. he could do his DP freaking yoga, whatever, stuff like that. But like I said, if it helps a story moving forward, creative wise, why not? But if it's just to be there, just to be the sake of, I'm here, I'm this and that, and when you see Triple H, Diamond Dallas Page is next to him, no.
Maybe better than trying to get some help from AI, GPT, or Grok.
Oh my God, it's true.
Hey, it's me. It's DDP. Bang.
Yo, remember he went head to head with Jay-Z and said, "That's my freaking goddamn can't use it." But I don't know. Diamond Dallas Page, is he good? Like I said, I see him backstage, man. With, help like newbies and developmental and stuff like that. That's what I see him more hands-on and just being there as being in the corner. Like you'll go backstage, you go backstage, you see him just standing there. Oh, there's Diamond Dallas Page right there. And then you go in the crowd. Diamond Dallas Page is right there.
He's going to become the Where's Waldo?
Yeah. It's Diamond Dallas Page.
I say bring him in. WWE Creative needs all the help they can get. If they can get a fresh mind in there, bring him in. Let him see what he's got. Let him cook. Let him come in and mentor Cody. Let him come in and mentor some of these younger people in NXT, like Eric said. You got Sean Spears in NXT as a player coach. You could have DDP in NXT as a player coach as well. I'm sure he's got a couple more matches under his belt with that DDP yoga. He could do some stuff. But yeah, well, let him come in. Let him be a part of creative. Let him be something on TV. Let him, what's it going to hurt? It's just going to
be an assistant GM to Adam Pearce.
Yeah, you could. I mean, there's a lot of things you could have DDP do. Bring him in. Let him cook. At least hear the man out and see what he's got to offer, because it can't be much worse and much more idiotic than what WWE has been giving us.
I always expect the worst.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come in and talk some sense into WWE and be like, listen, put some pants on this kid in NXT, all right? Put some pants on Mason Rook, all right?
You can only hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
Bring back blue pants.
You got the kid out here looking like a fucking potato in a leaf.
You can make him the new blue beanie, man. The new blue beanie.
No.
The blue beanie.
No.
All right. And our last story is Eric Young had requested his release from TNA. It was granted, and all signs are pointing to a potential WWE return where he will be in NXT as, like we were just talking, Sean Spears in that player coach role. If this is the case, this will mark the third time that Eric Young has been released and signed by WWE. Boys, what are your thoughts?
He asked for his release. He wasn't released automatically.
No, I'm talking WWE. This will be the third time WWE has released and signed Eric Young. What are your thoughts on Eric Young returning to WWE?
You know what? NXT developmental, but he does he still want to wrestle? That's the whole thing.
He hasn't really wrestled much in TNA, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're saying he's going to have a player coach role, kind of like what Sean Spears is doing, where he'll wrestle occasionally, but he's more going to be like the coaching, backstage coaching role.
So you know what? If you bring him in, like you're bringing in Diamond Dallas Page, you can bring him in to help developmental. To be the newbies that are coming in and this and that, and wrestle from time to time. If it helps, if it helps somebody that actually needs help, like you partner him with somebody, freaking what's the name with Julia,
Kiana,
yeah, you had her mentoring Julia for the time being. You can have him do that. Somebody with an up and comer that's in the main roster or something like that, or you could have him do that in the NXT, like Sean is doing. You there's many things, but is it WWE going to sign him again? That's the whole thing. It's not written in stone that they're going to get signed. Maybe he goes to AEW. You don't know. But until then, all the speculations you can have, and it could help. It wouldn't hurt having him help talent.
You don't think Eric Young will be useful? I think he will be.
He has his perks.
He ran a great faction in NXT.
Sanity.
I think he could do a lot to help younger talent, like Sean Spears is doing. Bring him in. NXT needs all the help they can get right now. They've got a lot of young green people in NXT
with a lot of potential, to be honest.
They're not. He's not going to be main roster, so there's not going to be a card for him to be in. He's going to be NXT. Probably won't ever fight for a title.
No, he doesn't need it.
He'll probably be a leader of a faction again, or the head of something, or just down there to wrestle new kids. It's not even going to be like he's going to be on the main roster going for any type of run. So I think it's a good use and transition for Eric Young at this point in his career. But there is an interesting report dropping right now that looks like Fightful Select is reporting that ESPN requested more matches from WWE for their PLEs.
There you go.
So it looks like they're
more shorter matches now.
Sounds like they're getting sick and tired of people complaining about
5 matches.
5 matches with 2 of them on ESPN proper.
Yeah.
The first hour being on ESPN. So
The first hour.
supposedly that's why they added 2 more matches to Night of Champions, because ESPN was complaining about the short match format. Interesting. All right, that's it for our top rope takes, our fastest 2 minutes. Now I'm going to hand the reins over to the dirt sheet master himself, Dirty Dom, to tell us what the dirt sheets are talking about this week. Dom, what are the streets saying about professional wrestling?
All right, so the first story comes about the fact is they're already putting a stamp on the vision. Done. You know, hey, listen, it's unfortunate the vision really never took off. One injury after another, after another, after another. It was like a cursed faction. You know, I feel afraid for anybody to actually want to join the Vision, you know, because of all these injuries. So it says that the report. So WWE is reporting considering ending the Vision and finishing up their story with Seth Rollins, which they did. Seth Rollins beat Braun Breaker in the steel cage match in Saudi, and Night of Champions. You know, it was noted that somebody feel the Vision has run its course internally, and numerous injuries did too much damage to the group, which it did, because you have the stories and guys are hurt. You couldn't continue the stories. You always had to pivot, and it just like the whole story with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. If they did not get hurt, it would have been more of iconic matches with them, each other, because it took a long time for them to finally get together and fight.
Sticks, just to understand that Dom does not acknowledge you, all right?
Yeah. Who put in the chat first?
For Dom.
So you have that. So basically, it looks like that the Vision might be done. And look, Braun Breaker's probably making his return sooner than later. Maybe
Bronson Reed.
Yeah, Bronson Reed. Yeah, he might be making his return. Might be as early as Monday Night Raw. Because he's ready to go. He's in phenomenal shape, and you bring him in. And if they do break up the bloodline, if they break up the Vision, you could have Bronson Reed attacking Braun Breaker and have that go off in another direction. And I think Austin Theory's done. Monday night, Paul Heyman gave his later, see you. Like Austin Theory, and then Maxime Dupree, kind of like that little tidbit. I think Matt was saying too. I think they're gonna release. I think Austin Theory's getting released.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some post SummerSlam releases, and Austin Theory's name is one of them.
Yeah, so it sucks. It's sad, but lives with the breaks. Kind of like him coming back didn't resonate with the fans. Really, never really had that takeoff after his returning it. But you have that. All right. Let me see. There's another story that I had. All right. So Booker T, he's been absent from NXT for a while. I know he came back. The reason why he's been absent for a while, taking care of family matters. He had a lot of family situations. He has a big family, so kind of left the podium open for Graves to take over for the time being in his absence. So, did we talk about that? Where's he been? Booker T. Been,
Booker T. Oh yeah, Booker T. Yeah.
We talked about that. Where the hell's he been? We had no clue, but now it comes out that he was actually taking care of family issues. All right. So rumors floating around that, rumors were floating around due to the fact that they thought that Femi was going to fight Roman Reigns in SummerSlam. But that still could happen. They could have a night 2, maybe he fights Roman Reigns night 2. We don't know. Like we were talking about that you don't want to see him fight in 2, like night 1, night 2. But if it draws the attention, we might get that.
Here's where I land on that. I think the fact that they're doing Hell in a Cell pretty much puts that idea to bed. Yeah, because they're not going to risk Obafemi getting hurt.
Yeah.
And in Hell in a Cell, and then also book him for a championship match night too. So I think him facing Brock inside Hell in a Cell all but 100% puts that idea of Oba wrestling 2 nights to bed.
Yeah, so there was a speculation that Zilla was going to come out for SummerSlam if that was the case. You were definitely going to have Solo interfering and coming out, the whole bloodline coming out, all back and forth, and then Zilla come out, and Obafemi was going to lose due to the fact of him coming out, and then Brock. See, there was a whole big thing that Brock Lesnar was supposed to come out later on. Was supposed to come out at with the crazy melee that was going to happen at SummerSlam with Roman Reigns versus Obafemi. You would have had all that excitement, all the bloodline members coming out, disqualification, the freaking referee would probably get knocked out like they usually do, and you would have had all the members come out, this and that, and then you would have definitely had Brock coming out, interfere F5 a couple times, and then Roman Reigns would have figured 1, 2, 3 count and would have beat Obafemi. That was supposedly the whole, the story before they changed things. Mind you, they could still do something down the road like that, but I think that would have been a better SummerSlam match if that was the case.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they put some sort of stipulation on that just to try to get themselves out of the mess they created with the King of the Ring stuff, where Brock demands that Oba put his King of the Ring guaranteed championship match up, like you said.
That's what I thought. Exactly.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't see Brock being the champion going into that match.
No.
But I mean, if he is going to retire, which all signs have pretty much pointed to him not now, because the Saudis are going to back a fucking Brinks truck up to his house. They got to do something with it. It just, I personally, I know I pitched the idea of Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
But I think that they almost need to do Last Man Standing. Or they better it better not be my fear is that this Hell in a Cell match is going to turn out like the Seth Rollins Braun Breaker cage match, where it's just going to be a street fight in a cage, where the cage really wasn't even needed. They need to do damage. I'm talking a la Undertaker Mankind
damage. Oh, like that.
That's Hell in a Cell match.
You have him throw freaking Brock off the top of the cell. Imagine that.
Or power, or fall from Grayson through the steel cage, or through
my God, he died. He get hurt. Dude, that's like Brock doing the moonsault off the freaking top and busting his head.
Having Brock F5 Obafemi from the top of the Hell in a
exactly. Cell. You could have that. It could be like freaking Rikishi and the Undertaker. Rikishi got thrown into the truck with hay off the top.
Yeah.
The Undertaker.
But I would take just like more recent, like CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. That was pretty good.
Sure too. Yeah.
But so I would, like I said, it would definitely have to be epic. It has to be to a point where it's like, damn, like holy shit, like the holy shit moment. So they can freaking take out the holy shit and say, this is awesome.
It's got to be a match where neither man walks out of that Hell in a Cell. Like they're going to both be carted out.
The same. Exactly. That'd be actually cool. And then you have Obafemi go, I'm still standing when he comes out the next
better than I ever did.
But
true survival.
Come to think of it, WWE, I would not put it past the WWE had 2-night Hell in a Cell event. You freaking fight one night in the Hell in a Cell, is intermission, and the next night you have to continue to fight. Imagine that, a 2-night Hell in a Cell event.
Yeah, end it and start it.
Now you're trying to kill him, Sticks. Fucking Brock would land on his head and kill himself. Brock moonsaults into the commentary table.
No, he's dead. He's dead. He's gone. He's done.
Yeah, he'd land right on his head.
Oh, hell yeah. And Brock is too old for that shit. He's in his 50s. He's not getting thrown off anything, man.
Javon Evans was talking about that on Brandy Rhodes' podcast. And if someone the likes of Javon Evans is afraid to do a standing moonsault or do a moonsault from the top rope because of Brock, I don't think Brock needs to be up there trying to do anything.
I know. I don't think Brock will ever do that ever again.
No.
Never again. All right. I got the last thing for the dirt sheets. The potential WWE arrivals. Who comes first? I'm going to throw out some names. And you tell me who comes first. Villa Fatu, Enzo Amore, Big Cass, Baron Corbin, Mike Santana, and Haruko Tatashi.
I'm going to say Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, Enzo and Cass will be next, and probably Takahashi.
Takahashi? Yeah. I don't know.
I think Takahashi, Great American Bash.
It already happened.
It happened.
Oh, did
Yes, it happened Sunday.
Oh, yeah, it did just fucking happen last weekend.
Yeah.
Stupid me.
That's what. Actually, you know what? I think Enzo and Cass still happen because I think that's what friggin' Danhausen has fucking been doing experiments.
Enzo and Cass are going to go to NXT.
So they are going to NXT first. But I also think Baron Corbin might be popping up soon too. I think he pops up way before Zilla and Mike Santana.
He's still with MLW, I think.
He finished.
Money on Bonafide G and Big Cass. Yeah, he finished his his last MLW appearance last weekend.
Yeah. So,
but Baron Corbin's out here saying he's not coming back to WWE, that he has not had contract talks, that he doesn't know where these stories are coming from. So, grain of salt, I guess. But
because I like to see him and Braun Breaker win the championship belts like they did. They were great in freaking NXT when they won the tag team. It was a fun
tag team.
Yeah. Was it the Big Dogs?
Yeah, Big Dogs.
Big Dogs.
I don't know. You bring Baron Corbin back to the main roster, he's going to be broke ass Corbin again in no time.
You got Rick Booze.
Stupid ass gimmick like Happy.
Bring back Rick Booze. Bring him back.
Rick Booze.
Yeah, so that's the dirt sheets. But you know what? I'm going to throw this in there, this shade in there. Like I keep saying that the door.
It's going to be Kornhausen.
Freaking that Nick Aldis is now going to be wrestling, and he's give up his GM. I think we get Paul Heyman as the GM of SmackDown.
Yeah, I think that'll be the stipulation between him and Gunther is that if Nick Aldis loses, Nick Aldis has to give up being the GM of SmackDown.
Yeah. Because the test was, Paul Heyman doing the contract signing for Clash in Italy with Gunther and Cody. He gave the contract signing. He came out like the GM. So, but yes, that was the dirt sheets. For now, until next week.
Apparently, Heath Slater is petitioning to get back into WWE like anybody wants him there.
Well,
listen, man.
Him and friggin' Javon Evans as a tag team, that'd be electrifying.
Heath Slater?
Oh, he's from
3MB?
No, I thought you were talking about
Leon Slater?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Oh,
nobody wants Heath Slater back in WWE.
He wants to come back. We're gonna do a friggin' a new band.
He's gonna come back with like 19 kids now.
19 kids.
I got kids. I got kids.
He's kind of like the Sam of WWE.
Yeah. All right, now it's time for the 3 count where we talk about our best moments, worst moments, and what were they thinking moments of the night. We do have our Night of Champions results to go over as well, so we're going to throw those in there. But do you guys want to start with SmackDown from last week, or do you want to skip SmackDown from last week since it was taped? And it was an all-around, pretty much just a piece of shit show.
Well, you want to start a Night of Champions? We can start a Night of Champions if you want.
We'll leave it up to Eric. Eric, what do you want to do? Do you want to go through SmackDown, or do you want to go right to the Night of Champions?
Let's go straight to Night of Champions.
All right, let's talk about Night of Champions and talk about our Night of Champions results and find out who our IWC Off the Mat champion is. And did Eric retain his title, or did he be dethroned? First up, we had Jey Uso defeated by Oba Femi in our King of the Ring finals match. We talked about this ad nauseum, but I took Jey Uso, Dom took Oba, Sticks took Oba, Pete took Jey Uso, and Eric took Jey Uso for the win. Boys, what did you think overall of this match?
Yo, I can tell you, we all thought that friggin' Brock was going to come out in this match back and forth. And then when Oba won, Matt, remember you were surprised, like, holy shit.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they actually did
I
it.
couldn't believe it. We were like, holy shit. They threw us a curveball, and they friggin' made Oba win. And no interference either, which was crazy too. So that was a surprise.
I don't think there's any interference during the whole King of the Ring stuff.
No, there was
just Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton, man. Yeah.
You had Chelsea Green and you had friggin'
No, I'm not talking like the pay-per-view itself. I'm just talking about the actual King and Queen of the Ring
no,
tournament.
Yeah, neither one of them. Yeah, no, there wasn't.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Oh well, yeah. Didn't Braun Breaker cost Seth his King of the Ring match?
No, that was one of the semifinal matches that he fought.
Yeah.
Against Javon Evans. But no,
yeah. My only critique on this match is I think since they went with it, Oba Femi winning clean, I think they let Jey Uso get a little too much offense on Oba Femi in this match.
I looked like Oba Femi tapped out too.
It did.
I think he was just getting momentum. We didn't tap out, but they called it tapped out. Which, this is another thing. I'm sorry. There was no talk about it on Monday night. No talk about that on Monday night. No friggin' Roman Reigns getting pissed at Jey for losing type of thing, which made no sense. You were supposed to have the continuation from that story, and they didn't do anything on Monday night. So,
what were your overall thoughts of this match, Eric?
To be honest, I enjoyed it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Just everybody was surprised by the ending because everybody thought there was going to be interference, but no.
Do you think they let Jey Uso get too much offense, or do you think it was a all-around just solid match?
I mean, it was a decent one because they wanted people believing that Jey was going to win this match. But like I said, I enjoyed it for what it was.
Sticks said they didn't talk about it because they moved on already.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah.
And let's talk about that terrible super kick that he tried to hit on Oba, where he kicked the top of Oba's head.
Here, he hit his hair.
Basically missed Oba completely.
It pretty much grazed him. That's all it did.
Yeah. But you know what? Listen, I actually like the fact that the offense, they like Eric said, they also, that they made you believe that Jey was going to win. Up until the end. In a solid match that had no interference, which was awesome, but I do like the interference here and there, but very surprised with that. And the outcome was great. Like, oh shit, Oba Femi won.
You don't think that Jey getting that much offense on Oba makes Oba look a little bit weaker going into Hell in a Cell against Brock Lesnar?
No.
Because he's no sold. It took 7 F5s to keep him down against Brock Lesnar, but only a couple super kicks from Jey to leave him on the mat for a little bit.
Any day you got to make things realistic too. You can't be like immortalized and be freaking goddamn, but nothing can affect you. Each wrestler, it's like, think about this. Each wrestler has a different offense towards an opponent. It's like a game. How come some games that certain players destroy, and there's some other teams that they can't destroy, or like some teams have will play a team and they'll dominate that team, but they just can't pull the trigger and dominate another team that's actually worse off than the team that they dominate. It's all in the wrestler itself and their offense towards their opponent, which I actually like. I like the fact that you actually thought that Jey was going to win, and Jey put up a good offense. And look, I keep telling you, Jey is a popular guy. They're gonna. He's over, man. He's over. They're gonna continue. As much as people don't want to see him win, he still generates large crowds cheering. He still generates, merchandise sales. So they got to make it real. He can't just get squashed. 1, 2, 3. Femi is a beast, but even a beast can get cut down to size sometimes.
Stick says you can't have Obafemi no sell Jay's offense.
Sure you can.
Why not?
You can no sell super kick. He's done it before.
And listen,
Definitely can.
Jay is like the freaking Shawn Michaels, man. He's the other popular, freaking tag partner that was a tag team partner out of the two tag teams. Even though I like Jimmy's, I think Jimmy's funnier.
Jay.
That's
the noose. That's Jay right there, fucking sucking that win, boy.
But as a competitor, he's good. Can't
All
talk on the mic, but
Io Sky defeating Liv Morgan. I think everyone but Sticks picked Io Sky. The writing was on the wall that Io was going to win this match. Overall, what did you think of Io Sky versus Liv Morgan?
I actually thought it was a pretty good match. I actually really thought that it was going to have interference in this, but I liked the offense. Io, we all thought that Io wins. We all thought that Stephanie Vakira is going to come out. The travel.
I did not.
I don't know. There was like so many different things, so many different angles, and we didn't know what the outcome was going to be. And then she won fair and square. And it was surprising that she picked her as the opponent because that solidifies that Ripley's hurt, that Rhea's hurt really bad. That she might have to relinquish the title. She might have to. You might have to have the title, maybe at SummerSlam. Have somebody could become a new champion in SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think choosing Rhea would have been the way to go. I don't necessarily know about. That tells me though that she's not beating Liv for this title. She's confident. She called Liv out again, and I think that's when the Judgment Day is going to get involved in the one-on-one match. I don't think they're going to take the belt off of Liv Morgan because they haven't had her fucking defend it in months because they're waiting for Stephanie Vakir. So I don't think they're having the belt. They're going to put the belt back on Io, and I hope they don't because I think Io as a champion is boring. She is way more fun to watch chasing than she is as champion. Which that sucks because I feel like everybody in WWE, it's easy to say that about. Like, they're much better chasing the championship than they are as champions.
And that's the majority of the wrestlers. A lot of them are better chasing it than actually champion.
Like LA Knight.
Yep, LA Knight. Seth Rollins is freaking awesome chasing the championship.
LA Knight would just be awesome chasing anything other than the bloodline.
I know it's unfortunate that they at least in the storyline. At least he's got a story.
That's what you want to call it. With him and Solo. Golo Sokoa.
The Odd Couple.
We had Seth Rollins defeating Braun Breaker, what was easily probably the match of the night in the steel cage. I picked Seth, Dom picked Seth, Sticks picked Braun, P picked Braun, and Eric picked Braun. Thoughts on this match? Thoughts on the...
I actually thought this was the match of the night.
Yeah, a lot of good story points into it.
Yep. I thought it was a match of the night. There was a lot of good... the ending was kind of odd when Braun Breaker was like...
When he does that whole break emote.
Yeah.
Just gets stomped.
Yeah, he just got freaking like he was the top rope and fucking stomped him. Other than that, the match was so it was good. They're going back and forth, back and forth. But you know what's funny? Braun Breaker always gets his head busted open. Something always he bleeds. The fucking table smacked him right in the face when he went through the table. The piece flew over and hit him in the face.
95% of the time, he's the one breaking his own head open.
I know, all the time. All the time. He lands on his head. He freaking breaks his head. I'm telling you, man.
Like, am I crazy? I just want to know, am I crazy in my statement that the steel cage felt like it was not needed in this match, that it was nothing more than a glorified street fight. And the steel cage wasn't really necessary.
Where they threw like 9,000 tables and chairs in the freaking middle of the
There
ring.
was no like really crazy cage spots that needed the steel cage. Like, yeah, they climbed up to it and did your traditional battle on top of the cage type ordeal, but there was nothing like monumental that really makes a cage match stand out in this match.
Yeah. It's like the McIntyre match with Jacob Fatu. And the same thing with the tribal friggin'
Tribal combat.
Trial by combat match.
Yeah, it was essentially just a glorified street fight.
Yeah.
They need to do something cooler for like the tribal combat should be like a Punjabi pit match almost, but like maybe palm trees instead of like.
No. Or you have the whole bloodline out. It's the lumberjack match.
Yeah, I like that idea too. Yeah, the whole bloodline is lumberjacks. That'd be cool. When was the last time we had a good lumberjack match?
We haven't had that in a long time either.
Yeah, it's been decades.
Why aren't we having a? Yeah, you should have had Braun. Yeah, that old side spear to the falling out of the cage.
What you could have had, a bra and panty match. What you do is each opponent.
I don't want to see Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins in a bra and panty match.
No.
Calm down, Vince.
Wait, listen to me. You have all the girls around the ring, and each move takes a piece of clothing off them.
All right, Vince Tober, just calm down a little bit.
Vince Tober. Damn.
All right, we don't need puppy power over here. All right,
puppies.
Oh, we had Trick Williams retaining over Ricky Saints, which was probably the fucking worst match of the night. The god awful match.
Oh my god.
God awful match.
It was. Definitely was.
Little Yachty can't swing a kendo stick worth a dick.
Little Yachty, man.
Ricky Saints and Trick both looked terrible in this match.
Yep. They definitely
cared.
weren't connected.
They just want to get aside.
Yeah, nobody cared about this match. And now you want to talk about doing Ricky Saints versus Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes in a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Why? Don't make us sit through this bullshit again, please.
Melo could carry the match.
Please don't make us sit through this bullshit.
See, they could have had a triple threat match with like that. That would have been even more. I think Carmelo with Trick, the chemistry is much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Brandon said his best moment of the night was Sami Zayn winning the Undisputed Championship. Worst moment of the night was Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. What are they thinking? Moment of the night was Tiffany versus Jade Cargill, part 6.
True.
I mean, all of us took Trick. I think this was a no brainer.
Yeah.
The Trick was keeping this title. But it was just a god awful match. Worst match of the night by far. Close contender, Tiffany Stratton retaining over Jade Cargill. Everyone picked Jade but Eric. Everyone thought Jade was going over for sure over Tiffany. But Eric, and this is a match where we saw our only interference of the night, where we saw Chelsea Green, Charlotte, Mead Shin, and B-Fab all get involved.
Chelsea Green,
because I already fucking called it.
Chelsea Green is gonna friggin' betray Tiffany Stratton. That's what definitely everything is leading up to.
Stick says this was the worst in his opinion.
It was actually better than the Trick Williams match in the thick of a Saints. I can tell you that.
It was.
I like how the picture of Jade Cargill down there looks like she's malfunctioning.
I know, right?
Again.
A fembot.
Listen. Jade Cargill. Look, she's going to have to fight. If Rhea Ripley is going to fight at SummerSlam, it's probably going to be Jade Rhea or Jade Charlotte, because you got to put in there with someone that can carry the match, because Jade can't carry this match. We saw that against Tiffany Stratton. Jade can't carry a match. She needs to be carried through a match. And Tiffany Stratton did her no favors And I thank God that
Neither can carry a match.
Green, yeah, I think thank God for Chelsea Green and Charlotte and everyone else coming out there and getting involved, because this match was atrocious. I don't get it. I don't get the allure behind Tiffany Stratton. I never have.
Tiffy time.
I really think that the only reason WWE puts her out there is to see if she has a wardrobe malfunction at this point.
Well, that's more of a you thing, but sure.
Well,
Hey,
I'm just saying. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not
I
mad
know
at
you
it.
ain't.
I'm not mad at it at all.
At the same time, I'm just so bored of Tiffany Stratton. There's
You finally come to see the light, sir.
Give something else. I've been seeing the light. I have not. I was so ecstatic when they took the belt off of her and gave it to Jade. I like Jade as a person. I've gotten to interview her. I think she's an amazing person. She's very nice, but she's definitely still very, very green. She's getting better, but she's still very, very green in the ring.
Yeah, she's getting better. The last couple matches she's had have been a lot better.
But it's not.
Which is funny because her best matches are with Rhea.
Yes, they are. She can't carry a match. You can't ask her to carry a match, which shows what they did with Tiffany here. So then we had the surprise shocker of the night.
No, hey, listen. No, I had Sami Zayn, not friggin' Cody. That's a lie.
I knew one of you chose Sammy.
I chose Sammy.
I chose Sammy.
I know I chose Sammy.
No, Slick did not chose Sammy. I chose Sammy.
You need to review the tapes.
I can check Stix's. I'm pretty sure Stix said Sammy.
I said Sammy.
I got Stix's right here. Stix said he took Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan, Jade Cargill, Femi, Trick Williams, and he did pick Sami Zayn.
I picked Sami Zayn. I took Sami Zayn too.
I don't know, Dom. You flip flop so much. I can't blame.
But I did it right. I took friggin' Femi. I took friggin' goddamn friggin' Seth Rollins. I took friggin' goddamn Sami Zayn. I said Sammy will win. That's the thing. Because now you're gonna friggin' take me out of the goddamn championship damn picture. Because if I had Sammy, I would win this damn belt today.
Would you?
Yes.
I don't know. There's a loss right there.
So one loss.
There's one
loss.
for Jill.
I got 5 matches out of 6.
All right, we'll see. You picked you. Yeah, I remember you saying Cody, but
I said Sammy.
I don't know. We'll have to review the tape, but there's our points total as they stand. I had 50. Dom had 40.
How do you have 50. No? I had Sammy. You freaking had 2 losses.
No, I didn't. I had 1. I picked Sammy. I picked. Okay, there's my 1, Jade Cargill. I picked Trick Williams. I picked Seth Rollins. I picked Io Sky. And okay, the only other one I didn't pick was Femi.
There you go. There's 2 losses right there.
I don't know. I'll give
That's
it to you.
That's what I'm trying to say. You see, you're freaking screwing me out of this freaking title, man.
I don't think you picked.
I did.
It's under review. Just put it like that.
I don't think you picked Sammy.
I picked Sammy.
I don't think you did. I think you need to. We're gonna start doing it where you lock it in. There's no flip flopping. Once you lock in, you lock in.
Yeah, but the whole fact is that I flip flop because you sit there and think, and then you take chances.
Oh, you sit there and you listen to me, and I'm like, you're like, Matt's right. All right, I'm gonna flip my script here.
No, I'm
over here talking crazy, and Matt's right, so I'm gonna flip my script here.
I took Sammy, and I know I did.
Sticks,
you freaking goddamn Steiner math. Nah, you're not the champion.
Right. I'll give it to you, Dom. You can have it.
Pass it.
You can have the title. I'll have to review the tape, but we're gonna start making it where you lock it in, and I'm gonna start writing it all down. I'm gonna go old school.
I thought you wrote it down. Didn't you write it down?
Nobody wrote it down.
No, I didn't write it down. Okay. I trust Sticks. Why I don't know, but I trust Sticks that he actually goes back and watches, and especially since he's in the chat, I figured he'd be watching and get what people said.
See, but the whole fact is, you see, he's out of the chat now because he knows he fucked up.
No. I don't remember you.
No, but if you listen, look, I know I said Sami, but you know what, Matt, congratulations, man.
No, it's if you said Sami,
hey.
If you said Sami,
you see, I said the redone where Dom wins.
And he just did it. Then he just did it because there was no redone slides when I downloaded it. We'll even go to the Canva. We'll go to the source of truth because I was bitching at Sticks about Canva.
Okay.
Before the show started, we'll go to the source of truth here. Sticks' Steiner math is under review. We'll go to the source of truth here. Right to, let me share my screen. We'll move that one. Dom just has to win.
That's weird. I know what I said.
I mean, I had a good 3-month run. I'm cool.
Okay. You held on for a while. I know you did.
Here we go. Sticks' results. Look, there's the winner. Me. Dom, 40. Me, 50. Sticks, where's your updated slide, Sticks? If Sticks is admitting that he got it wrong, then we'll give it to you, Dom. Fucking Sticks, man.
He's like, can't do it here. He's like, can't do it here. But we'll wait. We'll see.
Sticks math at it again.
We'll rewind the tape. We'll rewind it back.
All right. We'll just give it to Dom.
No. Listen. Hold on to it right now. Just keep it warm for a minute.
Just keep it warm. It's crazy.
Keep it warm. There's nothing to keep warm, Dom. It's a fictional title.
I know.
It's bragging rights, Dom.
I know.
My bragging rights warm. Let me put them in my little pocket. Let me keep them all warm for you. Congratulations, Dom, on your victory.
Well, thank you. But I congratulate you because I got to see if that, because sometimes I can't remember what I freaking goddamn wore yesterday.
Oh, now Dom went from being so certain that he said Sami to now he's flip-flopping on his flip-flop.
No, but I did Sami. I did say Sami. I did say it. So we'll go back. We'll see what's what. We'll get the results out there next week.
All right. That's our review of Night of Champions. We're ready to do Saturday main event coming up and then SummerSlam. So now we turn our attention right back to our 3 count and let's talk about Monday Night Raw this week, coming to us from New Jersey, of all places, in Atlantic, New Jersey, from the Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. Eric, best moment, worst moment, and what were they thinking moment of the night for Monday Night Raw?
Best moment was the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns promo.
Yeah.
Seth made a convincing way trying to get his championship rematch. Again, of course, he never lost because of Braun Breaker, but also he keeps reminiscing that, hey, Roman has never beat him.
But Roman has beat him.
Yes.
I know. But just not like a pay-per-view or main event match. You know, where it mostly matters. But the way Seth presented it just, gave me kind of goosebumps on that one. Worse was anything with Liv Morgan.
But she's the greatest women's champion of all time.
Just a trip, just go out there just to mug EO. You know, I get it. They took her belt, or she took one of the, sorry, not about her, Queen of the Ring. But it's just, I don't know, it's just annoying me. And the W2F moment of the night was Austin Theory talking with Maxine. because he's being pretty vague, and I don't fucking like vague shit.
Yep. Hmm.
But yeah, that's just me.
All right. My best moment definitely was the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns promo. You know, it gives you chills because you know they've been through the woodwork together, man, for a long time, and it's true. The time is ticking. They were there to revolutionize the newbies and to become the new faces, and now they're on their way out because the new people are coming in. And it's kind of sad when you think that because we watched these guys fight forever, and now like. Dude, just like that, you know, time is ticking. That you don't know how many more years they're going to have in their contracts. You know, how many more years they're going to be on their body before they retire. You know, between Roman Reigns, like health problems that he has to take medicine for the rest of his life, and Seth getting banged up. He's not young anymore like he was. You know, so you know, I'm looking forward to that. That was the best moment. The worst moment was Raquel versus Maxine Dupree. You know, I want to see Raquel beat freaking goddamn Liv. I want to see that freaking goddamn that turning freaking backstabbing moment. You know, they've been teasing it. It hasn't happened. Can't wait. And what were they thinking? Come on, man! You're gonna have my freaking boy Ethan Page lose a freaking goddamn you know. I'm tired of him losing. Why does he keep freaking losing? You know, but that was what they're thinking and my worst moments and best moments for it.
Breaking news, I did just check tape. We went to New York, and due to the replay, Dom says Cody Rhodes. So
I do?
No, you said Sami. Dom did say Sami. So Dom is the winner of your Night of Champions PLE. So Dom is the current IWC Off the Mat champion. Congratulations to Dom for perfectly calling Cody Rhodes. You are the champ, or perfectly calling Sami. You are the champion. Hats off to you, sir.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Pat yourself on the back.
I appreciate it.
Even if fucking
a dog has his day. I know.
Yeah.
I know. You wanted to say that. I know you did.
The sun even shines on a dog's ass every once in a while.
A bear shits in the woods every time. Yeah, you know.
For me, what were they thinking moment of the night was, why the hell are you having Rey Mysterio beat Ethan Page?
Thank you.
Makes no sense whatsoever. Worst moment of the night for me would probably have to be the Io Sky Liv Morgan promo. Io, they really need to get an Io mouthpiece because she is just not a good promo. She's not good at promos. They just need to stop while they're ahead. She's a fantastic talent, great ring talent, but they tried to put Kiana James with Julia, and I feel like Julia speaks better English than Io. So they need to get Io some work there on the promo a little bit. And let's see, best moment of the night for me was probably, I'm gonna say, I did like the Roman Reigns Seth Rollins promo. But I also really like the Brock Lesnar Oba Femi promo to start the show.
Yeah.
And I like the Chad Gable defeating JD McDonough too.
That was a fun match.
You didn't like the freaking goddamn Joe Hendry fucking musical?
No. I'm tired of Joe Hendry's rock concerts. They're already too much.
No, actually the Brock was good. And I like the fact that Brock was the mouthpiece. Paul Heyman didn't talk for Brock.
Yeah,
Brock was talking. That was good.
The Chad Gable JD McDonough stuff was fun with Danhausen coming out with the briefcase full of human monies and it blowing up in their faces, and that was a fun match.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
But that was my thoughts on Raw. What about NXT? I have not watched NXT for this week yet, so I'm kind of out on this one. Eric, what were your thoughts on NXT this week?
So my what the fuck moment was having EK Prosper beat Keanu Carver again with the help of Tank Ledger. Give Keanu Carver better opponents rather than just feeding him the EK Prosper to help out with his stock. Because we know with proper time, Keanu Carver can be main event quality. Even though he's just pretty much hood over Femi. That's the only way I can think of him.
Yeah.
Worst thing, anything with Vanity Projects. I enjoyed the match with Galeno and El Hijo de Dr. Wagner. But again, it's just all these fucking miscues that give Vanity Project the win. And especially with Jackson Drake beating Mason Rook. Mason Rook can't catch a break now. He's super over, but just can't win. Best. I can't say Nikki Blackheart because she almost botched a torture rack.
Yeah, I saw that. Her leg gave out. You seen that?
Yeah,
right?
I saw a buckle.
Yeah, she buckled. But yo, she's built like a brick shit house, man. She's thick.
She is mommy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, she is.
Best though. I guess I would just say Kendall Grace opening celebration promo. That's pretty much it.
All right. Your best moment of the night wasn't the debut of Nikki Blackheart being called by, greatest color commentary ever, Vic Joseph hey, we know who that is, and her arrival.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's all I've saw from NXT is just her debut and Vic Joseph just, hey, we all know who that is.
Yeah, the quote unquote voice of NXT.
Yeah, and apparently she's gonna go by Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez. Yeah, she changed the name, Martinez. Yeah, and she might get called up right away. They're talking about that.
Give her a few months.
Yeah.
What about you, Dom? Did you watch NXT?
I watched a little bit of it. I thought that Tatum Paxley was going to leave and come to the main roster, but unfortunately she's not. Now they're still using her in storyline. She lost to Kalani Jordan. I thought that
was a fun match.
I think she's going. My best night of the match was Jada Parker won. She finally wins a match. I love Jada Parker, man.
But it was against freaking
Petrovic. Yeah. Because the whole thing is that Natty has that faction now. That's the one against. I think we get a lot of those call-ups. I think Natty's going to come up with that faction in the women's division in the main roster. What's the name? Lost the belt. Freaking Little Vice lost the belt.
Yeah.
Yep.
She lost the belt. So I think that she's going to definitely come to the main roster because they've been talking about that.
Or just be an AAA mainstay.
Actually, you know what? You know what sucks? Well, the thing that does suck, one of the best moments is that Tony D'Angelo won. He came out on top. So what does that do to the stock of this dude?
Naraku?
Yeah.
I mean, he came back and just smacked Tony in the back with a kendo stick, so.
Yeah, I know. And then freaking Tony D'Angelo was in an ambulance with his hand finger up,
up his ass? What?
Yeah, up his ass.
Hell yeah.
Up his ass.
Up his own ass.
I don't know. I don't know if it's me, but some of the matches in NXT,
it's you.
It probably is me. But I don't know the way some of the matches are set up, and the ways it just feels kind of like off. Some of the matches. You get that, Eric? When you watch some of the matches?
A little bit.
The only menacing thing in NXT is the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. But I'm just saying that some of the matches, they could be good matches, but I know NXT, they have to get the rust out. They freaking have to get themselves, all the stuff, their mic work, and I understand that, but it just seems now more than ever that the matches are off. Like, less matches when you had Julia and you had Stephanie Fakir in NXT, when you had Ricky Stanton and Paige, Joe Hendry, when you had them in things went a little smoother. But I don't know. I guess it's a transition of the new people coming in, and they have to learn each other and stuff like that. But overall, it was a pretty good show. NXT. I have to watch it a lot more. I haven't really dedicated myself watching it like I do SmackDown and Raw. But
NXT over SmackDown, hands down. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. SmackDown thinking.
I was just busy. I didn't have time to catch SmackDown yet. There's pictures of Johnny Gargano planking at Fanatics Fest, and people just walking up there and taking pictures with him at Fanatics Fest. Him and Candice LeRae as Johnny Gargano just lays on a table.
What the fuck?
What are we gonna do with Johnny Gargano?
That's what I was gonna say. Since Sammy has the belt, he can use that as motivation for Johnny Gargano.
I don't know. Johnny deserves better, man. He deserves a lot better than just laying on a table. And the poor people who paid for that photo.
Imagine Sammy smacks a water bottle instead of smacks Johnny.
And then he it's like Space Jam, right? He hits the water bottle and it sprays all over Johnny, and it's got Sammy's magical juice. And next thing you know, Johnny Gargano.
You need Danhausen. Danhausen has to do something to bring him out.
Shock him, yeah. Accidentally shock Johnny Gargano to get him out, but
yeah.
Got a big congratulations to we're gonna go to AEW Forbidden Door now. Shout out to Mercedes Moné for winning the women's Owen Cup final match.
Yep.
Beating Maya World by submission. And congratulations to Will Ospreay defeating Swerve Strickland for the men's Owen Hart Cup final match, which was a really good match that saw him be approached by John Moxley and be offered a spot in the Death Riders, and then also Kenny Omega and MJF. We got a little interesting situation going here for Wembley. Will Ospreay face Kenny Omega? Will he face MJF? Kind of interesting. It just sucks that Dynamite was once again a fucking slog show after an even slog pay-per-view. So Forbidden Door was pretty much. Did you watch Forbidden Door, Eric?
I did not.
Forbidden Door was pretty much a skip pay-per-view, but I mean they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 matches on Forbidden Door.
Nice. You see?
That's too much.
That is too much.
12 is too much. 12 is way too much.
Well, how about 7?
7's all right.
7 will be all right, especially if you're going to do the WWE thing and have 2 on the pre-show.
Yeah.
7 would be all right. You had MJF. If we want to talk about Dynamite last night, you had MJF retaining over Mark Briscoe for the win. King Kevin Knight beat Leo Rush. John Moxley and Will Ospreay versus Blake Christensen and Lee Johnson, with Mox and Ospreay winning that match. And then you had the TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest match.
You see, one thing about AEW, they're doing the matches that WWE should be doing. A lot of the matches. A lot of the different things. WWE is just generic now. They play it safe. They don't do any of the shit that they should be doing. And it's like, it gets boring. It gets freaking like you said, it is boring because they don't do the things that they used to do. Like the lumberjack matches, the freaking tornado match, fucking different types of matches, man, that make things more interesting.
And then you saw Hikaru Shida winning the TBS Championship on Dynamite last night. And then we move into, of course, we had Slammiversary. Did either of you check out Slammiversary?
Mr. Uha Nation's back.
Uhaa Nation.
Formerly Apollo Crews.
Yes, sir.
And Nick Namath won the championship belt. Dolph Ziggler.
You had Cedric Alexander retaining the TNA X Division Championship in kind of an interesting way, where you had Leon Slater actually pull the belt down, but Alexander is the one who gained possession with it and to retain the belt. You had what else? Yes, Nick Namath winning the TNA World Championship, and you also had Amazing Red return to TNA and get inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame, I believe.
Yeah, the Nick Namath match was actually really good. I watched that.
And your no surrender match saw Moose defeating Eddie Edwards.
Moose.
They need more big guys in WWE.
Zaya Brookside defeated Li Ying Lee to win the TNA Knockouts Championship.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the Broken Hardys defeated the System to win the tag team titles for their 5th time.
Yep.
So there you go. There's Slamversary.
It was actually, overall, TNA was pretty good. It was a pretty good event.
Doesn't look like they have much of a program tonight for TNA.
No, they do not.
You had Nick Namath on. You had a X Division Championship #1 contenders match set up. You had a TV tournament. Allie versus... Can't see who that is. Something Elegance.
Ash by Elegance, a.k.a. Dana Brooke.
No, it's not Ash.
Who is it?
I can't see who else it is. It's not Ash by Elegance. I can't tell. So the writing on it's so small. Then you had Ryan Namath versus NC Harvard or Casey Harvard, looks like. But that's your TNA Impact tonight. So, yeah, that's all of your.
Yeah. Well, SmackDown.
H by Elegance. So you had a TNA Explosion match. Indy Hartwell defeated Gabby Forza. Casey Navarro defeated Ryan Namath. After the match, Navarro was attacked by both Nick and Ryan Namath. You had TNA Knockouts TV title tournament first round. H by Elegance defeated Allie. TNA Knockouts TV title tournament first rounder Maria Shadi defeated Tasha Steeles. You had a TNA X Division title #1 contenders match. Fabian
Ecker.
Yeah, Fabian Ecker defeated Rich Swann, hometown man Jason Hotch, and Mr. Elegance and BDE. Big dick energy, apparently. Eddie Edwards defeated Leon Slater. TNA Knockouts Championship. Zaya Brooks defeated Li Ying Lee. TNA Knockouts TV title tournament first round. M by Elegance defeated Rosemary. The fuck are with all these letters by Elegance? Moose defeated AJ Frisco via DQ. Bear Bronson defeated Ricky Sosa, and then Rick Swan, Elijah, and the Hardys defeated Order 4. And big congratulations to AJ Styles' son for his first professional wrestling ring, with a big Styles clash, as his daddy is his proud daddies right there to count that 1, 2, 3. That's good stuff there too. Hopefully, that young man will see good things from him in WWE.
Yep.
Or wrestling in general.
Or wrestling in general.
Exactly.
But that is all of our professional wrestling goodness.
SmackDown, right?
I thought we were skipping SmackDown.
Okay. Just heads up. We did it.
But yeah.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to touch on this week? I don't want to necessarily. I already kind of ruined SmackDown for everybody tomorrow night since it was pre-taped on Tuesday or
Well, listen,
Monday night.
one thing.
But
Monday night, not winning.
The biggest thing on SmackDown was Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes, with Cody Rhodes winning.
Yep. Cody Rhodes.
And then they get mad because people are leaking it. Don't pre-tape matches that you don't want spoiled. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, they got mad big time. They're like, Triple H was pissed off that it leaked out. What do you want? Gonna leak out.
Welcome to the age of social media, buddy.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. But all right. Well, if there's nothing else there, that's going to do it for this episode of Off the Mat. Let us know in the comment section below, what was your favorite moments from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Dynamite, or any of the professional wrestling PLEs that took place this weekend. We'd love to hear from you, because that's what it's all about, is the conversation. If you want more from me and Dom, well, you can catch Dom and I you can catch Dom Friday nights over on Renovision on The Qualified. You can catch me and Dom Saturday nights on SNS. You can catch Dom Sunday nights on the Star Wars show over on Renovision. You can catch us right back here every Thursday night for another episode of Off the Mat. Catch Eric here Thursday nights. And Eric, where else can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter or X, Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, all that Fire Lord Sombra.
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy all over Blue Sky.
There you go. There.
He's
You're a poet, you don't even know it.
That's right. But all right, well, that's it. Enjoy SmackDown. Hey, if you're in the States, have an amazing 4th of July weekend. Get out there, shoot off some fireworks, enjoy some fireworks. Don't turn yourself into Jason Pierre-Paul and blow your hand off.
Oh man, I'm gonna say something too. Yeah.
But have a great time. Have a great 4th of July. Enjoy those fireworks show. Enjoy America's birthday, 250th birthday?
Yep.
It's a big one, boys. Big one. And Dom, take us home with some words of wisdom, my friend.
And I was going to do the same thing. Have a safe holiday weekend, traveling, barbecues, fireworks. Be careful. Go in the night with 10 fingers. Next day, have 10 fingers. Please be supervised by an adult before you touch any fireworks. Also, be safe in the heat. It's been a scorcher out there. Stay hydrated and drink lots of water, lots of liquids, and stay in the AC as long as you can. And again, happy 4th of July, 250th anniversary of the United States of America.
Remember, beer before liquor, never been sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Remember to hydrate in between drinks. Have a great 4th of July. We'll see you guys right back here next Thursday for a brand new episode of Off the Mat, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So long, everybody.